How's the international break been for yourself?
Yeah, it's been good. I had a chance to get a little bit of a rest into the players at the back end of last week, and then we've stepped the training up this week. Looking forward to getting going again in the league.
Have you done anything away from football? Any interests that you've had that you've got done in the 2 weeks?
No, I've been so busy really with obviously the club, little things that we're doing inside the club, dealing with my own family and my kids and driving them to games and stuff like that. So, not really been a break for me. But look, it's been nice to let the players have a few days, and back end of last week, and got them back in refreshed. One or two bodies coming back as well, which is pleasing for us. So it's been a nice last week, nice few days for everybody. But this week has been all about preparing for Crewe.
You've just mentioned one or two bodies coming back. Who is that?
Well, from the last game, everybody's available, which is good. Usually, well, the theme of this season, we've always tended to pick an injury up from previous games. We haven't in this one, which is pleasing. Tom Anderson has trained and come back. Tommy Rowe has trained and come back. So two big characters for us, two leaders in the changing room, two big personalities, which will be hugely beneficial for us for the games coming up.
And Joe Olowu back as well?
Yeah, we're hoping so. I mean, he's still following the protocol. He was out in the pitch today. We're just hoping he, non-contact tomorrow. We believe he can join in full contact. So we just got to see how he is, how he recovers from today's training session, how he recovers from tomorrow's training session, and take it from there. But we're hoping and praying he'll be okay.
Brilliant. And just an update on George Miller and Jamie Sterry. How are they doing?
George, difficult one with George really. He's we thought we had him almost back there 2-3 weeks ago. His knee's still giving him problems. Little bits of fluid when he trains with any sort of intensity. So he's gone to see a knee specialist over the next couple of days, and hopefully he can get to the bottom of that problem. Jamie's coming along very well. It's like I said at the start of the season, the injury he had, I don't think anyone had seen this injury before. It was just a really strange injury on the end of his big toe, that he ruptured all the ligaments and things like that. So yeah, he's cracking on with his rehab stuff. He's probably a couple of weeks away from joining back in with the group, but he's getting there.
And with George, is it more of kind of he's trying to hit a little roadblock in terms of coming back to the team?
Yeah, it's definitely a roadblock. I spoke to George last night. He just wants to try and help the team. He wants to come in and do well. The fortunate thing for us is George has got this year and next year on his contract, so we have to get him right. We have to make sure he's 100% right when he comes back, and I know we're doing everything we can to try and do that.
Have you anything specific that you've addressed during the international break with the lads? To kind of structure anything like that?
No, I feel like we've been on a decent enough run over the last lot of weeks. I mean, we've picked up a lot of wins. We're starting to see a lot more understanding from the team and the players when they play together. So for us, really, it's about building on that. It's about kicking on now. We're getting very close to the second half of the season. So I feel we'll definitely, and we are getting stronger as the games come. So we'll just take every game as they come. We've got a tough game at Crewe on Saturday, who have started the season very, very well. So we know we have to go there and be good to get anything out of it.
You just mentioned kind of building on performances, that especially the second half against Accrington, you played really well. How would you get your side to play more like the team they did against Accrington compared to the one against Wimbledon?
Yeah, look, I mean, the Wimbledon game I felt was a bit of a one-off for us. I think over the last 14 or 15 games, I've been really impressed with the team. Even though there's been some defeats in there, like the Salford game at home, even though we created so many chances in that game and didn't score. I've always said to the boys, and my staff obviously know this about me, is that I can take losing when we give it a go. I felt in the Wimbledon game we were way short from what we have shown over the last 14-15 games. But it's look, at the end of the day, we want to be as consistent as we possibly can. I think we're starting to show that, and we're starting to turn a corner in that. So it's our job now to build on that.
Just a contrast in your home and away form. Your home record's actually pretty impressive. In your away form, you've only won twice away. How are you looking to kind of bring your home form into your away form?
Yeah, twice away in the league, but we went to Hull and won. We went to Wimbledon and won in the FA Cup. So we know we have to be better in the league. Of course we do. Away from home, we have to show a bit more resolute about us in terms of our performance. Maybe it's a little bit on me. Maybe I need to, think about shutting up shop a little bit away from home. But I've already thought about it. It'll never happen. We want to go after teams, and if that gets us a result, then so be it. If it doesn't, then at least we've given it a go.
Yeah, that's kind of your philosophy, isn't it, Grant? Attacking teams and going for that extra goal when, like you said, you could easily shut up shop. Yeah,
absolutely, and it's not the way I want to be, and it's not the team that I've recruited, and it's not the people that's in the building that we've kept. So we can't set out for that in any game. For example, at Crewe on Saturday, we'll be going there on the front foot to hopefully try and implement our game on theirs. We know they're a good team, we know where their strengths are, but we want to make sure that we go there with our game plan intact, and making sure that we work hard, we run, we fight, and let's see if we can put a good result together.
Yeah, just on Crewe, they do it pretty well this season, 5th in the league. How are you finding that one? It'd be quite a tough game.
I think every game's tough in the division. I don't think there's much in the division, to be honest, from top to bottom, and I think anyone can beat anybody on any given day. So for me, look, I've always said the table is at this present time. People will get fascinated by where people are, but ultimately it's where you finish. Come the end of April, early May. We want to continue to build on what we're showing, and hopefully, move up this league as quickly as we can.
And then, two away league wins in the season. This would be a fantastic time to make it 3, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the next game for us. We'll go there with all intentions to try and win the game, and hopefully we can do that, and we can give our fans a good away day. It'll be really pleasing.
Just one more on Joe Ironside, Grant. He obviously came back from his injury. He's had a real strong start to the season, actually, 17 games in. What are your thoughts on his season so far?
I think he's doing well, Joe. 9 goals in all competitions. If we can get to 20 or 20 and above, I think he's had a really good season. I have no doubt Joe can do that. I reminded him the other day, he's still 7 goals behind the leading goal scorer in the division, just to drop that into him. So he's well aware of where he is. Quite confident lad. He's obviously disappointed when he missed a few games there with a little injury, but he's come back. He scored a winner at Accrington. He's big for us in terms of what he brings on and off the pitch, and we just want to continue to create opportunities for him and chances, because we know when we do that, 9 times out of 10 he'll take.
Is that a big thing for you? Just making sure that he knows, hey, Joe, still 7 goals behind the leading top goal scorer, just so he knows.
Yeah, he knows anyway. He knows. He doesn't need me to tell him, but I just like to remind him anyway, just to get that little bit of a spring in his step. And we've got a lot of games coming up in a short space of time. We've had that little break, but now with the cup competitions, the league games coming up to the Christmas period, it's an important time for every football club, and not just ours, but for every football club. And we want to come out of this spell, back end of December, early January, feeling good about ourselves.
How vital is it, for your forwards, especially like Joe, Mo Fall, to be finding the back of the net and be not constant, but a good stream of goals after every game?
Yeah, look, it's important. Goals, it is really important, and when you've got forwards scoring goals, it's great. And Mo and Joe have have got, well, I'm not sure, maybe 17 goals between them, 15 goals or something like that, 15, round about that number anyway. So it's nice. It's nice to see them contributing to the team. We want to score from everywhere. For example, I think we looked strong on set plays, and maybe the last few games we've stepped off it. So I think it's something we can improve on and get better at. That may help with defenders score goals and midfielders. So there's lots of areas where we can get goals, but it's nice to see our forwards are in the goals. It's nice.
And just finally, Grant, on them two in particular, Joe and Mel, is it quite nice to see kind of a really good partnership growing as well for your front two? Yeah.
I think they complement each other well. Joe's got different aspects to his game that Mo hasn't got, and vice versa. So it's always about finding the balance when you're putting partnerships together on any position in the team. So it's nice to see them two of them have hit it off.